What's up, guys? It's me, Lumos Theromax, and today we have something that I was definitely conned into by JobberGodot, somebody who's in a pantheon of the Theromax Corps and Omni-Lanterns who are hanging out with me today. I decided to do a random stream or recording of the Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer because Jobber held me at a gunpoint in Minecraft, definitely not in the real world. And so that's kind of where we're at. And I've heard some pretty crazy nightmare stories about this video, and I'm glad to have the entire Corps hanging out with me to also give their interpretations while we roll this bad boy down. Before we start this bad boy, anyone got anything they want to jump in and add?
Give me like 4 seconds.
My boy Martian Manhunter did nothing wrong.
He did everything wrong. He existed.
Oh no!
We're definitely ready to watch another Death Battle L. But
anyway, Martian Manhunter is our GOAT. And once again, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, this is just like another fucking Island versus Modern situation.
I'm curious to see exactly how they interpret things with Martian Manhunter because he's very abstract in nature. And I hear Parallax gets brought up, so for all my Lantern fans, there's another reason why I'm here, I promise. So this is kind of where we're at, alright? So with no further ado, let's see what happens.
The One Piece is real.
An actually good show.
Yeah. I've been lied to before by you, Tick, that's all I'm saying.
You could be watching that instead.
Yo.
Because you have bad taste.
The Space Ranger. I don't think I've ever heard Martian Manhunter referred to as that, but I'm not the biggest Martian Manhunter guy. Oh, it's the animated version? Jobber? No wonder why? Yo, let's go.
Alright. Let's get this. Let's get it
Who's gonna win?
have we?
We had Galileo.
Dr. Solardell, who's kind of a doctor in the same way Dr. Pepper is a doctor. This guy had no formal education, but that didn't stop him from messing around with some ancient tech he stumbled upon.
He was desperate to live out his boyhood dreams of exploring the cosmos. So with the tech's advanced capabilities, Erdell created a machine that would bring the cosmos to him.
He pointed the machine at Mars, pushed a button, and hoped for the best. And it worked. Erdell summoned a real-life Martian right before
Well, I made a Martian.
When in doubt,
Sounds like a sitcom.
never fail.
Post-crisis Martian Manhunter. No.
John Jones, the Martian Manhunter.
Seems like a plot line from a Johnny Test episode.
Yeah.
Do this book report.
Erdell's discoveries. Turns out Martians have complete control over their bodies and can transform into practically anything, like a freaking dragon, an exact
He does use dragons a lot.
woman down to her central nervous system, or even a totally generic green monster that laughs.
Oh, it's the Hulk.
Alright, let's go.
Martian vision.
Turn invisible and phase through anything.
Yo.
Green Lantern constructs and force fields that Superman couldn't get through.
Let's go.
Damn.
There's some good scaling
You
here.
heard it.
Okay.
John has regenerated back from a single limb.
But don't
Answers
worry.
ain't nothing. Let's go, Martian Manhunter.
This display of
I'm waiting for the really like scuff shit to happen.
Yeah, his body
What's
manip is
coming?
pretty messed up.
him to die in the Martian's arms.
Damn. Well, at least he accomplished his goal before he bit the red dust, right? Anyway, John used his shape-shifting abilities to hide amongst his new world by assuming the identity of a
Oh my god, that comic, dude.
detective named John Jones.
The artwork in
What a
that artist
crazy
is
coincidence,
so
comic
recognizable.
book writer, you clever man.
Isn't that John Romita Jr.?
On Earth for many years, solving cases and helping
I think it's the guy who like did the art for that.
but eventually
You know, he's
revealing
his art style's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
Justice League of America.
And John definitely holds his own in the super
And the Justice League came together.
alongside Wonder Woman and Superman, who has stated that of all the beings in the known universe,
Yeah.
he would
This statement is what every single Martian Manhunter fan uses.
The first Kryptonian John has done through JoJo.
Bruh. I could find that scan up in Google.
Basically evil Superman from another universe. And
Cokehead
Superman
Superman.
who can shatter reality with his punches. And
No,
his
he got one punch on him,
evil
okay?
Superman from another universe.
One punch is still one punch. Let him cook.
He's cooking with a whole team of people, but we're giving him credit for one single part of the meal.
It's just like my guy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, literally. Literally.
He can burst the bonds of infinity. So basically, he's just as strong and just as fast as a bunch of crazy gods and demons.
While Sean's strength and
Whoa, let's go. You have to bring it up Perpetua?
greatest asset.
That will be the last we see of him?
He's one of the most powerful telepaths in all of the
Guy Garter was there for Death Battle.
He did mind hack Perpetua shortly. Or like contend with Perpetua shortly.
Once made Mr. Mix.
Don't worry, Boomstick. He's on the
Boomstick!
Whatever. Anyway, he got him to subconsciously say his own name.
You know, it's
Yeah.
when Doug Walker of Nostalgia Critic has just better jokes than you. I think it's time to just like give up on the comedy bits. You're just not funny. You're just...
Yeah!
Okay, you're cooking at that.
Jean needed to connect his
I would say everything, but everything from our creation, yeah. He got a little creative with the wording there, but I understand what he meant.
Imagine trying to explain.
Bro, they love using blank links. Like, that's not impressive.
Oh, he's a speedy boy.
That shit was pretty crazy, I'll admit.
Batman has said that in order to kill Jean
That shit
for
is
good,
pretty
he would
fucked.
have to literally destroy every single atom in his body, one by one.
God damn, if I didn't love alliteration so much, I'd say we changed this guy's name to Martian Godhunter or something. He's basically invincible, right?
Not quite. Jean is not
Yeah.
without weakness. He has a very real vulnerability to fire. At times, it has completely overwhelmed him to the point where he loses control of his body.
And not just literal
I can't think of a time in that 2018 run where he was being folded by normal fire.
surrounded by fire, and that was enough for him.
Even still, Jean has been able to overcome this weakness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this isn't post-crisis anymore.
Even taking hits from fire attacks, which leads me
Yeah,
to
but
believe
they use weird
that
calm.
Jean is still able to cause real physical harm is mainly psychosomatic. What are you doing?
I heard what you said. Weakness to fire is
Oh.
just in your head.
What?
Damn it, Boomstick.
Another win in the
What?
Is it funny?
And to think there's
Yeah,
a
like.
planet of these
Stop
guys
it.
out there.
Stop it,
That's
Boomstick.
no longer the case.
Imagine how much more budget we could like. Instead of doing that crap, we just put it into the fight.
Agreed. I think everybody would like that, but they're trying to build a brand, and I get that. But I agree, it would make things better, in my opinion.
Every Martian was vulnerable to
Like, this isn't Disney Plus.
burn them from the inside out.
Like, I'll admit, like Macho Man versus Woolly Man was
Fire
okay.
is something Jean shares with his fellow Martians. Centuries earlier, the Guardians of the Universe, a
Oh,
group of
they're
mortal
digging into the
aliens
furnace
who run the
storyline?
Omni-Lanterns Corps, feared that the Martian race could become too strong. So
Little
they
blue
programmed the
devils.
Martians with that genetic weakness to fire.
John was able
They
to
expand
survive
on
the
that
fire
later with the
curse by
2018
cutting off
run.
his mental connection to his people, including his family. Unfortunately, his
And the
wife,
editors for
Maria,
Death
and their
Battle are
daughter
just,
couldn't
like,
live with the
be good.
isolation, and he had no choice
Really
but
good
to
up
watch
there.
them give in and burn alive. Damn.
Racked with grief and survivor's guilt, Jean was left to wander his homeworld all alone. His only solace being shape-shifting into his lost loved ones to convince himself they were still alive.
Oh my God! Jesus, John! That is so sad.
That pain has undoubtedly shaped who
He's
Jean
a very
is.
sad
In
character.
fact, the
Unfortunately, his character
trauma
can't
of
escape
so
that.
deep formed a literal spiritual connection with those lost souls. A telepathic
Yo, Lumos Vertigo Comics, the one you want to avoid.
peace in an afterlife. Let me say that again. His grief and
Vertigo
torment
Comic
were
Beat,
so
right here.
strong, he prevented an entire race of people from moving on to the afterlife.
It wasn't until years later that John could return to Mars and
Look at that fucking green bean head.
not to forget them, but to embrace his new life and his new home.
I didn't know we were like doing that. Man.
To experience all of that, to truly know what it feels like to be alone in the vast universe, but continue to use your wisdom and power to help those in need, is what makes the Martian Manhunter such a hero.
doing too bad with Martian Manhunter. From
Hey, something bad.
So far, so good.
Sweet summer child. I've seen.
Yeah. Okay. Too bad.
Wow,
Gonna become king of the pirates.
I was a
I'll
king of
probably
pirates
say
and
it.
I didn't pay for
Yeah, anime characters just don't transition to live action. They just don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
cringe.
They just don't transition well.
An era of epic adventure.
This action-packed series follows the Straw Hat Pirates, a crew of
I
true
guess
Nakama
we'll see.
determined to find
Like
the
that
legendary
just
One
looks
Piece
nothing
and
like Nami,
victory on
dude.
the high seas.
All the while chased by the honorable Marine, protecting the waterways from those deaths.
the honorable
In an ocean of
Marines.
Yeah, they're like a bunch of fuckos, okay? I don't even watch that show hardcore, and I know that's the case.
The honorable child-killing Marines. Yes. Yes, thank you for that, Liz.
Oh man, I sure do hope you're not reading a book we told you not to, or we're going to blow up your eyelids.
This ad, bro, this is getting to the point of like actual full-on movie theater level.
Virtual utopia, free from any and all crime, poverty, and disease.
And hope to Norin Red, which I've got to say is the sickest, most radical name I have ever heard in my entire life. He was a brainy kid who was raised to live a life of
Funny.
intellect over one of purely adventure.
He's got a silly name, guys. Laugh.
Came under threat from the devourer of worlds, galactus.
So Norin struck up a deal.
My boy.
I feel like this is one of those classic stories that like everyone who's like invested almost anything into comics knows about.
And once Galactus agreed to the deal, he imbued his new herald with the power cosmic.
Yeah, I'd say it's like edging on there. Like, I wouldn't say it's like as iconic as let's say like Batman or Superman.
I'm not saying
but-
like a normie, like if you invest time in the comics, like the Silver Surfer story is like one of the OG like tragic origin stories. Past like the surface level shit.
Yeah, usually it's like the surface, like, at least up until I watched this, I didn't really know all that extra stuff. I just knew that Galactus rolled up and said, yo, work for me to replace the guys. And then he fucked it up again.
How do you do that with cosmic awareness?
I don't know. I was just thinking that. It's like that's a really big fuck up, man.
Well, what do you consider life? And he's like a germ, and he's like, well, guess I gotta
Well,
leave.
no, we saw the life. Yeah, like we saw, like actual living beings there.
Help of Alicia Masters and the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, the Surfer turned against his overlord and
Facts.
saved the Earth from being evil.
But even after all that, Galactus just let the Surfer keep his powers. At any point, he could have just taken them back.
Being
He
the
just
source
didn't-
of the
yeah,
Surfer's
I've always
powers,
said that.
yes, he could. But Galactus has continued to let the Surfer have the power cosmic out of respect for his first
You
herald.
the homie.
Damn. See, that's the kind of respect
You're the
I'm asking
homie.
from you. Anyway, ever since
Find me
those
that
mental
one really
gymnastics
delicious
with
planet with the
Galactus,
bug
the
people
Surfer
that
made
one
sure
time.
nothing like that would ever happen again.
And he's been successful, like when Psycho Man failed to
That was
choose
bon
Surfer as a
appetit,
lead,
Silver.
or when
Creme
it
de la
was
creme. Thank
So
you.
I hope you
for that.
mess up more often.
when it was using the Mind Stone.
A satisfying crunch.
You could finally take to the spaceways, kick ass, and monologue about the meaning of life and the
Mind Stone feats.
Quite
Not
good,
sure.
especially that last one. It's thanks to the abilities of
Depending on who has the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
seriously crazy. He can rearrange the molecules of anything he wants.
If you give it to Doctor Strange, it's like you might be cooking, but like,
Feel pain in general, and he can even
Real pain.
Yo, they brought up the Perpetua stuff, bro. I don't think Silver Surfer is like on Perpetua's level of shit. That's pretty wild. Holy fuck.
inside him that he once created an infant
I don't think Silver Surfer is like Doomsday level, dog. Like, and Superman does that.
pop out a baby son. That's convenient. That's
Wow.
But we can't forget about the sick board he shreds the stars with. This thing's basically an
It's
extension
a pocket dimension too.
transform it into a sweet sword or into pure cosmic energy. And if it breaks,
Oh damn, that's
I didn't know you
really
could turn it into a sword. What the fuck?
Yeah. But you can control its form and shape, yeah. You can make it do whatever.
faster than Thor, and even once flew so
That's cool.
fast, he reached the future.
even without his
I think it's species.
free from energy
Can he make it into a pretty lady?
Probably.
Now what?
He does get a few chicks. I'm not even kidding. Like Silver Surfer is known to be walking around with ladies. Just saying.
Yeah. The Silver Rizzler.
In the 90s, I want to say he has an entire run where he and his lady are like flying around.
He's honestly not that kind of guy at all.
You know, I actually don't mind talking over Boomstick Surfer Stick.
Yeah, right. Like, I appreciated it when it was like a light sprinkling, but oh my god, it's too much nowadays. I wish it was less.
Yeah, this definitely. I mean, I was joking about the Doug Walker comparisons, but like, it kind of sort of like eerily is similar to a Doug Walker's like jokes and style, where it's like, early days wasn't really like that bad, but now it's just like, dear God, shut the hell up.
Yeah. You also got to consider that like internet comedy has evolved. You know, Doug Walker just stayed in the past and got lost. Or whatever. He could have gotten better.
Oh, okay, Starbrand. I don't remember that.
Okay. I thought they were trying to make that into a scaling thing back there. I was like, what? But okay. It was a moral thing.
To the point where he can sense someone approaching even before they've left their own home. He can also
That's actually pretty awesome.
Oh, he has cosmic awareness for that, huh?
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's got cosmic awareness for that, huh?
He's like, bitch, I texted you before you left your room. Like, what?
But he can't tell when people are on a planet. Think about it.
He's taken a blast from the Infinity Stones, survived being smashed into pieces.
Yeah, Thanos was trolling.
Said that Surfer is probably the most powerful being in all the galaxy, and even after years.
Whoa, there's a lot of cap involved in it. Yo, anybody who's read Marvel enough is not saying he's that guy, okay?
Always ends up alone in space.
Yeah, dog. I think Doctor Strange would fuck up Hulk.
Yo,
just more
he's got about a -5 KD against fucking Doctor Doom, is all I'm saying.
Damn.
I mean, this is like the same moron who got bamboozled in like a Marvel Zombies. He's not exactly that guy.
I can't think of the last time he's fucked up Thor too. That I'm aware of. I'll admit my last 5 years is a little fuzzy, but
manages to take everything in stride as he surfs the stars and fights tirelessly to preserve every being.
Like there's some impressive shit here, but they're out here like saying that he's like taking attacks from Perpetua. So like, bro, durability wise, that's rough. She energy blasted him and he just came back. Like that's scary, man.
I've already seen the fight, but like I'm kind of sort of you know, I want to see your reaction unless it's something.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the ad because I can't stand these ads, man. So yeah, go ahead.
If Galactus walks up
before the fight
starts, what is Galactus gonna do? Like he's gonna be like, well, I'm pretty fast, and Superboy's going to punch him out of existence. Like,
yeah,
that's a
that's fair.
I was really saying that the Surfers breakdown. It felt like they were talking. They did more talking,
more narrative
scaling.
Yeah, it was more narrative for sure. It felt like they were hitting like really big tier shit with like stuff going on with him, and I don't even think they touched up on the high end shit for Silver Surfer, if I'm being honest. Because like he survived attacks from like Null, I think, at one point in time, and threw hands with all sorts of shit. Was he amped?
They like left the whole Null arc.
Yeah, like they didn't even mess with the whole Null arc where he was like doing some really wild shit. You want to talk about time travel and shit? They were like, one time he went so fast he traveled through time. Bro, he flew through a black hole that was throwing characters through like out all of time and space. Like it was some crazy ass shit. He saved all of them, flew out of the black hole after throwing all of them, and goes super deep to grab the last person, saves them, but gets caught up in the void space that was below that and just gets thrown into the realm of like fucking Null, bro. That shit was so whack. That shit I felt like was better scaling than most of what they had, but I mean, I don't know, man. I guess they didn't have the in-betweener stuff, and the in-betweener is an abstract for sure. It definitely is dangerous, but like, yeah, I don't know if I would be using that as like the best hill for server to like die on, man. I don't know. But regardless, let's get to it. Clearly I've been memed out on this battle. I know the answer of the battle, but this is always my favorite part. So I look forward to the battle, boys.
It's literally everyone's favorite part.
Yeah, this is what everyone shows up for.
No matter how bad the video usually is, like it can make a really good fight.
Animated fights.
Let's go.
These guys, the animators of this shit need more money.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, we get to sprite battle, so you know it's about to be a banger. Yo, Madara, what is happening? Oh, it's literally English Madara.
Man, he said enough.
Yo, the theme here.
One time.
He's hiding his guilt. Get him, Manhunter, get him.
Ah, Silver Surfer.
Wait.
Come on, kick his ass.
I'm not gonna lie, I am like a low-key. I'm not a fanboy of Silver Surfer, but I really do like Silver Surfer's character. The premise
Melt
is
this
fucking
homie
badass.
down. Yeah, melt this homie down and add him to the Federal Reserve. Fuck Silver Surfer.
Like, you know, he's doing his thing. He's kind of stupid because he did.
Wait, weren't you just
realize-
phasing through his lasers?
Like, how do you not tell me there's like a building? Like, oh wait a minute.
The fact that like Silver Surfer's kind of pretty much no diffing Martian Manhunter's like mind hack is kind of insane.
I don't know if I'd say no diffing. He's definitely being annoyed by it. It's keeping him on his legs. Holy shit, you cut through a planet? Jesus.
Yeah.
Is it a planet or a moon? One of the two. Yeah, the size I
it was
don't
a
think will
moon.
be a W against Silver Surfer. And he would have the cosmic awareness to know that he would be weak to fire.
Nothing can best Martian might. Your will is admirable,
Yo.
but will alone.
Why couldn't he just leave? Like,
Why do I feel like that was a shot at Green Lantern?
I mean, you don't have to stay in the sun, John. You can leave.
That's such a bullshit attack. Feel the pain. Not hurt. Damn.
John, you can leave. You could fly up. You remember when Goku had Raditz in like a lock?
You can turn into furnace. Kick his ass.
Already, dude, you fight
Actually,
in fire.
I think he surpasses Furnace's power, like, after that.
Yeah. He's just saying, like, go into that mode that he fought Furnace with, I guess is what he's saying.
There is something worthy in the battle.
Ruh-roh, I'm turning into goo.
Yo, Perpetua's energy blasts are less than solar system, or less than supernova level. Let's go.
Let's
Isn't it
go.
funny that like Invincible survived
Yeah.
that?
Hey!
Like,
Yeah.
Death battle boycott.
Okay, I'm curious to see what they're at.
Such beautiful souls to fight to the death.
Both the Silver Surfer and the Martian
Hiding
Manhunter
behind
were
narrative, I see,
very
James.
wide power.
Yeah.
So they both had counter.
You know, like, the one thing I don't get is, like, okay, so I get that Silver Surfer's got cosmic awareness, and, like, Manhunter's, like, is, like, a more sort of, like, somber and, like, introspective character, but, like, why exactly was this the death battle where it's like, okay, we're gonna have the characters question why exactly they fight, you know?
So, I think that what they're saying here is that he had no way to kill him, and since it's a death battle, that he couldn't win because he has no way to kill him.
like,
Is that like really like they would not consider mind hacking somebody into submission like a way to defeat your opponent? Because they even said
I don't know, like, you know,
they even said that like he's been mind hacked and had all his memories removed and shit before, but like later on he came back. So like they're acknowledging he could be defeated in combat via mind hacks. He just didn't die.
It'll read the blurb above. The surfer is aware of infinite planes of reality, has also commanded beings who can think on a
Oh
seventh
no,
dimension
they think it's the sixth dimension
What?
DC shit. You're right. Oh, that hurts. Oh no. Yo, reality's fine slapping with the facts over here. That's
Oh, man,
disgusting. That's disgusting. Yo, they think Marvel. They think Marvel at the high ends is infinitely above DC. Like multiple layers over. I'm disgusted. Arlo, go on. Yo, that is rough, dude. That is rough. Holy shit.
This is
You
absolutely.
think that's rough? You need to see Phoenix versus
holy
Raven.
shit.
Bro, our biggest problem is like, dog. Like, I get that maybe he doesn't have a way to kill the surfer, but the surfer's been punched by Ben Grimm. Like, dog, you can hit him. Just knock him out. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, physical force has just beat the shit out of him. I mean, Hulk wrecks his ass every time they fight. So does Thor.
Put him in a,
Typically, it's
put him in a
physically
coma,
that fucks him up.
rip out his memories, and you're fine. Like, that's basically
Yeah. Yo.
Wait a minute, Marvel Zombies. He got eaten alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Why didn't John just like lobotomize him?
Yo, he
You know?
destroyed a planet?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, a planet, a singular planet in the infinite multiverse?
That's so unfair for a Martian Manhunter. I can't believe this.
Nah, it's perfectly fair.
The planet had a core made of paper, so
Wait, I think the biggest reaction I want to see is Lumos is the Phoenix versus Raven, because there's some Parallax Superman memes and also
Yeah.
Trigon memes.
I need your reaction.
Oh, I thought it was
Like,
this one that had that. Man, I even said that at the beginning of the video. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
no.
Well, either way, that was definitely really interesting. I don't really know what, modern day Silver Surfer, I think, I wouldn't surprise me to see him take a W. I don't know what he's done, but even the light shit I read in Null was, I think, better than what they offered for him. They had, like, this weird context where they felt like he had to die in order for the death battle to be true, and they just didn't have a way of, like, killing him. Which,
Yeah.
you can't just beat the hell out of him. Like, I don't think it would be impossible if he knocks him unconscious that he'd be able to, like, rip his fucking head off. But, I mean, man,
Yeah.
maybe that's just me, because traditionally when he's defeated, he just, like, knocked over and knocked unconscious. But, I mean, it is what it is. Interesting death battle. Sick animation as always. I love it when they do the narrative side of, like, these animations. That shit is always, like, super goated. But, yeah, I don't know, man. What else? You guys got anything you want to say on the way out?
Okay,
Yeah,
you
like,
first.
so I just wanted to like reiterate like on my point where it's just like, you know, why exactly was like this the death battle over the characters like in the animation are like, wait a minute, why exactly are we fighting? I mean, like, I get that Silver Surfer's got the cosmic like, you know, awareness, but like, you know, why exactly was like this the matchup over the characters are just like, wait a minute, why exactly are we fighting, you know? And it's just like,
and somewhat in their defense, I think they acknowledged that at one point in time. It's because like they both read each other's minds, and both of them are unaware of why, but they just know that they're both supposed to fight one another, right? Like, there's at least some level of acknowledgement that they're most likely inside like a death battle, right? And they have no control over not fighting one another. The no morals
maybe they're gonna
category.
be doing a big.
I guess,
that,
but
like,
I feel
maybe
like it'd be more fitting for like characters who like expressly like break the fourth wall. Well, like if they ever did like a match between like Gwenpool versus like Superboy Prime, like, you know, I would expect them to be like, wait a minute, why exactly are we fighting? You know, what's the point of this?
I think
So-
that I agree that they're more known for it, but I wouldn't alone put those abilities on characters of that caliber. Because like there's a variety of Godsphere characters who all have demonstrations of acknowledging the readership and stuff like that within like the Godsphere in DC. So it wouldn't. All I'm saying is it wouldn't be like necessarily too out of place. And they weren't necessarily aware of obviously like death battle and everything. They were simply acknowledging the rules of whatever situation they were in, which I don't think is like fourth wall breaking. They just recognized, hey, we're here, we're stuck in this position, and like what the fuck do we do, you know? Other than fulfill what essentially we're programmed to do.
Okay, I guess that makes like a bit more sense.
But Who knows? I thought.
They could also.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna. They might be playing on an angle of like making some type of crazy event, like death battle. Like maybe the confines of the death battle universe are shaken or some shit, and they go into like, some big, stupid like reality warping battle or whatever. You know.
I mean,
that might not actually be like too far off because it's like because just like there's like a blink and you'll miss it like Easter egg at the beginning of the death battle where a Martian Manhunter is basically like looking over like photos of like of previous death battles, and the next death battle is going to be Bill Cipher versus a Discord. So who knows?
Yeah, and they are pretty like reality.
I think it would be cool to see if they try to build up a world that the oh my gosh, what was it? Oh man, it used to be named Daddy G Baby. I can't remember what he changed his name to. Where he like threw a bunch of anime characters together in like a unique world and had all the heroes on one side and all the villains on the other, and had a bunch of unique matchups and stuff. It was really cool, really unique. If Death Battle is doing something similar to that, that will be amazingly gas. Is all I'm gonna say. But I wish we had more. It sounds like a lot of speculation.
We've been seeing inklings of like the different battles taking place in the same world, like the Segata versus Chuck Norris Constellation.
I think the biggest thing is that they just left out plenty, both Martian Manhunter side, Furnace arc, not really addressing where his overcomeness of his weakness is at. I'm pretty sure at least in the later stuff, in current stuff, that he's over his weakness of fire. I thought so. I don't know. Kind of not really getting too much into Perpetua and mind hacks. I hear way more mind hack speaks like I think Godsphere characters. He mind hacks Godsphere characters. I forgot it was Siva or something. And then totally skipped over the no arc for Surfer. Big L right there. Yeah, I don't know too much about Surfer because I'm not a Marvel guy.
I don't feel like they referenced almost anything from the modern age of Silver Surfer. Maybe I'm not as well versed. I'll admit my Marvel stuff isn't as hardcore as my DC stuff, but like I feel like there was a lot missing considering his entire null arc just wasn't brought up at all. That feels a little weird to me. I understand. Typically in death battles, they try not to give alternative future scaling to characters in the modern day. So like they didn't do the stuff with like Worthy Silver Surfer, Worthy Surfer, which I thought was actually good. I thought for sure we would see that in here, where they were gonna like give him Mjolnir or something. I mean, they gave Black Adam a Yellow Lantern ring for some reason. So I mean, you never know. But. I don't know. I think it definitely could have been worse, but they definitely did, as usual, didn't really construct their reasoning well that led us to the conclusion we kind of got. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
The Surfer stuff, like, I don't think I saw a panel in there, or like maybe I'm blind or whatever. It looked like it was made before, like, past 2010.
Yeah, I was getting that same kind of vibe. There was like one or two artwork that looked like newer, and it was mainly for the narrative stuff, not for the scaling stuff.
Yeah. I was like, where is it? I was like, I'm not the greatest comic book guy, but at least I can like point at a thing and say that was made like 90s, like early 2000s at best.
Well, either way, it was a blast to review this one. I'm sure Jobber's gonna con me into doing the Torture Fest that will be the Raven one, but who knows? that may be the beginning of the Trigon arc. Okay, look, I've gone after a bunch of different groups recently, but the Trigon arc is coming next. All right, and chances are I'm gonna have to address things said in that video because that's like a very popularized media version of what people see for Trigon, so chances are most people are going to believe whatever happens in there with Raven and that he's superior to Raven. So, and I'm sure they have dumb statements in there. I'm sure they have some dumb statements in there out of context, so I look forward to doing that one. And this was Lumos and the Theromax Corps with all the homies who were just chilling with me at this point in time, and we were glad to have you. We'll catch you guys down the road. Later.